What it do? Welcome to the J-Boy Sports Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. If you don't love the content, you can still do those things because you could always help a brother out, and a brother would always help you out. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you comment so that we can have conversations in the comment section. I will definitely reply because ball is life. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our fantastical content. And lastly, hang on towards the end of this video, so that you can actually check out some of our suggested videos that we know you'll love. With that being said, let's jump right into this. Now, this is a video that I know a lot of you guys didn't see coming. I didn't even see it coming when it happened. But obviously, we know the OKC Thunder won the 2025 NBA championship this year. Shout out to SGA, J-Dub, Chet Holmgren, Lou Dortson, my guy, even though it's just Lou Dort. I like calling him Lou Dortson. I like it better. Alex Caruso, what a dog he was. Hartenstein, all these guys. But one of the guys that we don't talk about as much, I think I said J-Dub already. Shout out to J-Dub. But this man right here that you see on your screen, his name is Aaron Wiggins. And Aaron Wiggins, at times, just played phenomenal. Even in the finals, I believe he had one game where he had 7 to 8 three-pointers. And that was a game where they just blew it out running away. And Aaron Wiggins has had a solid season. I think, and the scary thing about all the players on the Thunder is that they can all improve. But what really stood out at the end of this season is this speech that he gave for when they won the championship at their parade. And I can't tell you, this is one of the greatest speeches I've ever heard for so many reasons. And I'm going to try to break down as many reasons as I can. But man, what a speech. But before we jump into that, I also just want to make a note here. Notice, he was the 55th pick, right? He was the 55th pick. And let me just check. What pick was Bronny James? Ho! What do you know? Bronny James was the 55th pick for the Lakers. So, the Thunder, they had a 55th pick, and he actually made 8 three-pointers or 7, one or the other. You know, hard to remember. You lose count when you're letting it rain like that in the finals. The 55th pick made 8 three-pointers in an NBA Finals game and blew the doors off of the other team. The Thunder's 55th pick, that's what they did. But the Lakers, oh, no. The Lakers decided to draft Bronny James. Bronny James, who did nothing all year long. That's who we drafted. That's who we drafted. Gotta love it, right? Gotta love it. So the next time one of these weirdos that love LeBron ask you, who else is the 55th pick? What other 55th pick do you know? Make sure you tell them J-Boy Sports sent you with Aaron Wiggins. Make sure they send you Aaron Wiggins. Not only was he very good on the court for at least a few of those games, and definitely throughout the playoffs, he was big time. He was making plays left and right. But also, he decided to give a GOAT speech at the end of that bad boy. And some of the things I just want to touch base on before we listen to his speech, which is excellent, by the way. Some of the things I want you guys to think about. This man was the 55th pick, and unlike Bronny James, who, okay, some might say, oh, Bronny James is still young. I guarantee you he's not going to be in no finals making no 8 three-pointers. If it happens, I owe somebody a steak dinner. I promise. Doubt it, though. However, he's going to touch on a lot of different things. One of the things he's going to touch on that I appreciate is loyalty. Loyalty is extremely important because loyalty also shows that you are not a fair weather person. You put the work in. You let your yes mean yes, your no mean no. For those of you that don't know the Bible, understandable, but I do. Matthew 5:37, look it up. Yes, yes, no, no. You know what that means? That means if I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. It's going to get done. That's what that means. All right? It's going to get done. And that's what they did. They hung in there. They stuck it out. He's going to tell you how they didn't have no wins at one point. And the same fans that was going to those games is the same fans that stuck with this team, which is the same reason that this team became something great. Because I already showed you the video. Check out one of my other suggested videos of when SGA said, when they had like 24 wins, listen, we're not where we want to be and the losing is hard. But I know things are going to change around here. And we're going to turn into something special. Aaron Wiggins was a part of that. He was one of the people on board with that. 55th pick, I think he said the 2021 draft, so 4 years ago. They knew it was going to be a roller coaster. They put their seatbelts on, their harness or whatever that is, and they rode the wave to success. No Build-A-Bear teams. I need this superstar, that superstar. Rockets, you should be paying attention. Taking Kevin Durant like it's going to do something. You ain't beating this Thunder team like that. Ain't no way that's happening. These guys are locked in. They've been playing with each other for a minute. They know what to do. They got each other's backs. It's a well-run organization. It's a family organization. There's real love between these guys. That's how you build it. That's what loyalty gets you, ladies and gentlemen. Loyalty doesn't just do you good for a little bit, right? All these fake relationships, yeah, it feels good for a year or two. Not even 2, most of the time. Feels nice for a little bit. Meet a nice girl, she aight. Not loyal really, but you knew that when you started dating her. But it was a good time for a short time. Or do you want somebody that's real? You want an actual partner, a wife, hopefully, potentially, that you could build with. Just throwing in a random thing also. Jeff Bezos, my wife just told me this because you know women follow women. They look into their lives and stuff like that, the famous ones. Jeff Bezos just got married again. And honestly, outside of if you're marrying within the Lord, I see a lot of dudes saying, yo, I ain't getting married. Why would I do that? Lose half my assets. Hey, listen, Jeff Bezos, the man with all the assets that you could ever want. Pause, no Diddy. I don't like the way that sounded. He just got married again. And what does that tell you? The most successful men, most of the time, they was married. Why? Maybe we'll save that for another video. Let's jump into what Aaron Wiggins had to say. I know I went kind of long in the intro here, but I can't tell you how much I love this guy's speech. And we'll break down why after we listen to it. Let's check him out.
What a journey. Was it worth it? To start off, we got to show love to the greats and the legends who wore Oklahoma City across their chests and set the foundation before us so that we can celebrate today. I came in as the 55th pick. Oh, Nick Collison. Where's Nick Collison at? Where's Nick at? Come on, Nick. Come on, Nick. Yeah, Nick. I came in as the 55th pick in the 2021 draft. In my rookie season, we won 24 games. 24 games. But the best part about coming from that year is that the same people in this arena today celebrating this championship were the same people there when we were winning 24 games. It was the point where they tried to call us the black hole of the NBA. Boo. But 4 years later, when they mentioned the Thunder organization, when they mentioned Clay Bennett, when they mentioned Sam Presti, when they mentioned Mark Daigneault, And every single one of you in this arena, they gotta mention you as NBA champs. And that's it.
Woo! That's how you give a speech. That's how you give a speech. Joint had me hyped, man. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, man. This guy, if he does not become some type of announcer or something, I don't know. This guy, electric. And I'm black, guys. I'm black. So when I say electric, I'm talking about electric slide. And you know when that song comes on, everybody starts moving. You gotta feel it. It's electric. Boogie, oogie, oogie. And that's how I felt listening to this. And that's how everybody felt listening to this. That's how you give a speech. That's how you do it right there. Know what I'm saying? That's how you give a speech. And here's the thing, man. Let's talk about what he mentioned. First off, he started by showing love to the legends. That's how you do it. You give respect to those that came before you that helped you get to where you are today. He mentioned Nick Collison. For those of you that have been watching ball for as long as I have or somewhere in that vicinity, Nick Collison is one of the great Thunder players of all time. Why? Because they drafted him. He was one of the first players I remember the Thunder drafting. Because the Thunder used to be the Sonics. And now that the Thunder got a chip, they definitely ain't going back to Seattle. So hopefully they'll make another Seattle team. That would be dope. I'd love to see that. Because Seattle Supersonics was fire back in the day. But now they're the Thunder. And basically, one of their first picks that I remember, the first 3 picks that stand out to me the most was KD, Collison, and Russ. And they might have had, in fact, there's a chance Collison was drafted by Seattle, actually. But he's just one of it would happen right before they became the Thunder. So that's why I remember it. I'd have to look it up. It's not really that big of a deal, honestly. I mean, it could be, depending on who you are. But ultimately, listen, he's always been around the Thunder organization. He's one of their greats that I guess still works in some capacity, which you absolutely love to see. And that tells you right there, right? That tells you right there that it's a family organization. If you're going to do nepotism, do it that way. Make it a family thing. You know what I mean? Make it a family-run organization, and I appreciate that. Next, he mentioned he hyped up the crowd, which I thought was really important, right? He had the crowd hyped. You know, when they were booing, he was booing. He was encouraging people to give their voice, to let themselves be heard. Then he mentioned they only won like 24 games when he first was there. 24. But he also showed love to the people. Again, the people. He said, listen, y'all remember, some of y'all were here for that when we only won 24 games. He said they called us the black hole of the NBA. That's what they called us. They call us the black hole of the NBA. But then later, he said, you are some of the same people that's still here today that supported us from day one. He gave credit to the ownership. He gave credit to the GM. He gave credit to the coach, Mark Dagnall, who a lot of people had some questions about. He's a young looking dude, bro. He looks young. And then, finally, he capped it off by mentioning again how much everybody gets to be called a champion. It's a full effort. Everybody sees the team. They see the players. He gave credit to everything. Everything. Dang near gave credit to the chairs. And one of the funniest things I saw when I was looking at the post, honestly, is that if you look at the graphic here, one of the dudes and that commented was like, yo, Jalen Williams has been smiling nonstop since the season started. He's talking about the big Jalen Williams, not J-Dub, the all-star, the other guy. And he has been smiling from the beginning. It's kind of ridiculous. But, I mean, this is a great speech, guys. This is a great speech. He did everything you were supposed to do. He talked about the ups, the downs, and specifically mentioned how everybody stuck together and ultimately put it back on the fans for their love and support as to how they were able to overcome a lot of these things. That whole team is run from top down in the right way. Maybe it's because it's Oklahoma, it's middle America. And maybe the people over there are a little bit better outside of some of these gigantic cities where it's just about self. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not saying everybody in the city is terrible. I'm on the East Coast, closer to a lot of these cities. Basically right in the middle of all of them. And I think I'm a pretty good person, so there's some of us left. But ultimately, man, this is how you're supposed to run your organization. This is how you're supposed to be a GM, a coach, a player, and a fan. It all comes together as one, and everybody deserves a piece of that pie. I can't tell you how much I love this speech and how much I respect it. The Thunder did things the right way, all the way from the point of drafting him as the 55th pick instead of Bronny James, who, oh yeah, he wasn't available back then. I get it, but you understand the correlation that I'm making. He turned out to be a pivotal piece of this championship team. But not only that, you can see that he is definitely a part of their culture. And I'd be very surprised if any man that can speak like this is not a leader in that locker room. It'd be impossible for me to believe that. It'd be impossible for me to believe that. So they did right by drafting him. They built a culture. They built their talent on and off the court. Because I don't hear about none of these young men getting in trouble. None of them. And they did it the right way. And they were loyal to themselves. They were loyal to the fans. They were loyal to all. Everybody is loyal in this situation. Ultimately, the real message that I want you guys to understand in this video, all this team hopping, super team garbage, all this crap, being selfish, it's always about me, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, a lot of these other players. Hopefully that time is done. And we are getting back to guys like this that actually care about the city, that care about their teammates, that care about everybody else, and also an organization that cares about them as much as they care about the fans as well. Because it does start from the top. I'm not going to say it doesn't. But this is why I'm so against when teams be like, yeah, we need Kevin Durant. We need LeBron James. We need this guy. We need James Harden. We need this guy. We need that guy. All these frauds running around switching teams every 5 seconds because they don't really want to put in the loyalty. This is loyalty. Everybody on this team sounds the same. I told y'all, SGA said this already. J-Dub has said this. Chet has said this. They all sound the same. They're all on the same page. These are down-to-earth people that respect and love their fans, that respect and love the city, that respect and love management, and respect and love each other. And you're not always going to love each other. I get that. This is almost too good to be true. It's a Cinderella story. But that doesn't mean that you can't imitate bits and pieces of it in your organization, on your team. And you don't got to be a professional athlete. You can implement this in your household with your family. This is not impossible. If you run your household the right way from the top down, you'll have similar wins in your life and your success. So I wanted to share this with you guys. I don't even know how many likes or views this video will get. It may not get many. But when I tell you this is one of my favorite videos, it is. This means a lot to me because I've watched the NBA be ruined and a bunch of spoiled brat athletes that have been ruining the game because they're selfish. Not everybody, but a lot of dudes. One of the only dudes that's been elite that I have a lot of respect for is Steph. Another one is Russ. And yes, Russ has run around a little bit too, but Russ is paying for his sins. I love Russ to death, but his career has never been the same since he decided to do all this running around. I wish he would have stayed where he was at. You know what I mean? I wish he would have still been a part of this Thunder team. That would have been nice to see. But I like Russ because I think he works hard, he gives everything, and doesn't make excuses. And he has a nice family. He fights hard for his family. And, but I like Russ. But specifically somebody like Steph, who still is a face of the league and has been. I respect what Steph has done. He's built a similar culture where he's at. Right? He's built a similar culture. So shout out to this Thunder team. Shout out to Aaron Wiggins. Another guy getting some credit that he deserves. What an excellent speech. One of the best parade finals winning speeches. One of the best speeches you'll ever hear, man. Great speech. He did everything right. Respect the greats. Respect the crowd. Respect everybody around you, your teammates. Show love. Be loyal. Let's stop with the disloyal people. Get rid of the disloyal people in your life. Let's make a promise to ourselves right now. All the disloyal jerks, get rid of them. You don't need them. Get you some loyal people like this. Find you a loyal squad like this. People that respect and care for you. that let you speak the truth. When they don't want you to speak the truth, it's because they don't want other people to be inspired by it, to know the truth. Keep speaking the truth. We're going to do that over here at J-Boy Sports. So I appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for listening. Love this video. I don't care if it doesn't do well. I promise you, if you listen to it and listen to the whole thing, something in your soul will be touched through this video. And not just because of me, because of this man and his great speech. So thank you very much. Please like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you comment so we can have conversations. How do you feel about this video? Am I saying things that are not true? What did I say that was wrong? Can we implement this in our own lives? I think we can. Let's talk. Let's have conversations. Hit him up. Ball is life. I will reply. I promise. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any, and I mean any, of our wonderful videos. Don't miss one. We're bringing the heat all summer long. It's summertime now. You think it's gonna be downtime? Trust me, guys. If you stick with me and keep listening, I got content for days, man. That's what I do. I could turn something out of nothing, and it'll be interesting. I promise you. I promise you. So stay tuned, man. Just because one season ends, we're gonna go right until we get to the next one, and football's right around the corner. So look out for that. You're starting to see little bits and pieces of football videos. They're coming. They're coming, I promise you. So hang on to the end of this video. Make sure you catch some of the suggested videos that we also know you'll love. I appreciate you very much. Thank you very much. Your time is valuable. I love the fact that you're spending it here with me. Y'all take care. Very appreciative, very humble. Much love. That somehow you never get over.